Hello, my friends. I'm Bryn. Blake. What's your name? You can talk. I'm sorry. Hi, and so excited, guys, to chat about compensation. Please know, just want to start this out. Please ask all the questions, okay? If something comes up that you're like, I don't understand that, will you say that again? Will you say that differently? Or whatever. The chat is your friend. You can unmute yourself if you're like me and don't know how to do the chat thing. And whatever, okay? Just make sure your questions get answered. And if you're thinking it, just know someone else is too, okay? So I give you full permission to interrupt. I know Zoom is weird. All the things, unmute yourself, ask your questions, type in the chat, whatever you need to do. Cool? You need to teach me how to do whatever you just did, because I hate getting text notifications during stuff, and he just muted everything, and I don't know how he just did that, but cool, I will learn. Okay, so I want to jump off, and very first, I want to talk about the coach fee. As you guys know, as coaches, there is a $15.95 coach fee, and it's like some states it's a little more because sales tax is different. For me in Nevada, it's $17.11. For most people, it's $15.95, and I know some places it's whatever different. It's somewhere in that ballpark, okay? And let me tell you what this coach fee covers, because I know I had a hard time wrapping my head around it. He had a hard time wrapping his head around it, and when I really came to understand what it actually did for us, I was like, oh my gosh, best fee ever, okay? So your $15.95, give or take, coach fee covers the cost of your website. When you start up any sort of business, brick and mortar or whatever, you have to pay to have a website, because hello, welcome to the digital age. Like, everything is online, right? And when someone wants to purchase something from you, they need to have a site to go to. So that $15.95 fee covers the cost of your website. My cute husband right here, he has an Etsy shop. How much does your Etsy shop cost you every single month to have up and running?
I mean, I don't pay anything for the site, but every time a sale comes through, they take a hefty chunk.
How much do they take?
The sale. I mean, it's different every time, but like, I sold a cornhole this last month for like $450, and they took like 80 of those dollars, like directly to Etsy.
Okay, just because he used Etsy to sell his cornhole, okay? I see him slaving away on his cornhole. All he's using is Etsy to sell his product, and Etsy is not stealing, 80 freaking bucks, okay? From one sale of this cornhole. So $15.95 for a coach fee to drive one person or 4 million people to your website. It doesn't matter how many people buy from you, how many people you help. It's the same exact coach fee for every single person. And not only does it cover the cost of your website, it also covers the cost of your product. And I can't speak like 1,000,000% certain about this, but every other network marketing company that I've ever heard of requires that you take the money you earned and then turn around and spend it on more product to sell. So I know LuLaRoe has to put forth a ton of money, and then they have to essentially rent a huge storage space to house all their random extra clothes that they now need to sell. And I know like Senegence, his sister is a really awesome Senegence rep. She has to turn around and buy a whole bunch of products. She has an entire room full of makeup everywhere, floor to ceiling. It's very organized because that's just who she is, but it is covered with makeup. Beachbody doesn't do that. I do not have 1,000,000 bags of Shakeology lying around my house. I do not have Energize and Recover coming out my ears. I do not have Hydrate and Collagen and all the freaking things that Beachbody sells. Okay, I do, but it's because we consume it.
Sometimes feels like it.
It feels like it, but we love it. It's not to sell to other people. And I don't have to drag my 3 children to the post office and worry about cute boxes and cute wrapping paper and cute tape and cute cards and cute things to package it up, and oh my gosh, you don't like it, and now I need to go deal with this return and the mess and the chaos and the craziness every single time you find someone who wants help. Okay, so seriously, this $15.95 coach fee is the best thing that ever happened to you. Okay, and even still, even with that $15.95 coach fee, even if you're not a coach to work the business, you still pay that coach fee and you still save money on the product that you're getting every single month. So that's a perfect segue to cost of products. Okay, I know there's like so many times that we had this discussion, especially at the beginning, like, why in the F is it so expensive, right? And I was totally that person who I knew I loved it. I knew I wanted it. I knew it was a high price tag. And I wanted to fit it into my budget, but I didn't know how I could do that. And coaching was the way that I figured that out. And my very first goal as a coach was, I just want to cover the cost of my product so that it's not, I can still keep drinking this and he doesn't have to feel it. And he doesn't have to be pissed at me for loving it because I'm paying for it myself. I'm covering the cost. And that, if you don't know, is called Hitting Success Club. Okay. When you help 3 people as a coach, you make 35% commission every 1 person you help. And Hitting Success Club means you just helped 3 people get a challenge pack. And a challenge pack is essentially a supplement with something else. They either pick a supplement with the workouts, they pick a supplement with a nutrition program, or just a supplement by itself is helping someone as well. And every person you help, you get 35%, every person you help, whether it's a challenge pack or not, you get 35% commission. But every person you help gives you 2 points towards Hitting Success Club. Okay. So when you help 3 people, you hit what's called Success Club. And every single time you hit Success Club, Beachbody gives you free customers. So they can see, okay, this person is showing me that they're in this. They're showing up. They're doing this. So Beachbody has like all sorts of traffic that comes to them from their website, from infomercials at 2 o'clock in the morning, from whatever. And people sign up. People sign up for Beachbody. They don't know a coach. They just went through the website. And Beachbody says, hey, yo, we want you to have a coach because we want you to have that extra piece of accountability. We want you to have someone in your corner cheering you on, rooting for you. And so Beachbody says, okay, who do we give this new customer to? Oh, the coaches who hit Success Club last month. Because if they hit Success Club last month, that means they're showing up. They're here in their business. They're working towards it. But there's a little caveat. It's not just those who hit Success Club. It's those who hit Success Club and are Emerald coaches. Emerald means you have 2 coaches signed up underneath you. They do not need to be business builder coaches. It can be, in our case, it is almost always 99.99999% on our team. It is one person, a friend, a family member, a sister, a whatever, somebody that you love, that loves this, that wants to get it discounted. Just like I did. I love it. I want to save money, please. Okay. One person. And then the other person is a spouse, a significant other, a parent, a child over 18. That is allowed in Beachbody world because they love you. They love this. They love spouses who are working together in this together, and they want you to succeed fully. Yes. And so you get to clone yourself. You get to have 2 people doing this together. Do you post on social media?
And that doesn't mean that I do anything at all.
No.
Right? That means I'm a coach, but she's doing all the work. It's literally just cloning yourself.
Yes.
Like I understand most of the compensation model. I understand what she does, but I never actually, I don't get on social media. So
He doesn't even see my posts.
No, I don't.
He doesn't watch my stories. He doesn't even know what I'm putting out there. And part of me wishes he would, but that's okay. That's a conversation for another day. But, and so many people are like, well, my husband doesn't even want to work out with me. How long did it take you to work out with me?
So I mean, this goes back to the product part, right? Paying for your product. I mean, I had an issue originally with buying so much Shakeology and all this stuff, but I feel, again, I can't speak for everyone, every husband out there, but you will come to love the products as much, if not more than your wife, right? Because the products are incredible, and it just takes time. It takes time to get used to it. I know with Shakeology, I gave it a shot for a little while in the beginning, and I thought I had like some sort of allergy to it, and I still might to the normal one. Anyway, I started drinking the vegan one about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, probably about a year.
And I just gave it a shot, gave it a real shot, and I love it now. I mean, it's definitely blessed our lives. And working out, I started working out probably a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago.
We've been married for 9 years.
Yeah.
I've been in Beachbody since I was 17. 12 years ago. Okay. Did you hear what he just said? A year and a half ago. Okay. So when I hear people say like, my husband doesn't want to work out with me, I'm like, oh honey, just keep trying. Just keep showing up. You never know. Because people see this now and they're like, I love that your husband works out with you. And I'm like, you have no idea how long it took me to get to this point. Okay.
Well, I hated the
at home.
She kept pushing me and like, come on, just work out. Come on. And I was like, stop. Just let me eventually do it on my own one day. Because I've never been a worker outer, right?
Or a good Englisher.
Yeah. But I don't know what made it click, but one day I just, again, tried it, gave it a shot, and
I know exactly what it was, but that's a story for another day. I just showed up and I really committed to my nutrition for 21 days and I got crazy results, and I was postpartum 10 months, and he was like, I think I want to do it with you. And I was like, what did you just say? But yeah, I just kept showing up and I just kept showing up. So keep showing up. That was a random side tangent, but we said a little prayer before this. So apparently that needed to be said. Hopefully that helped someone. But with that said, can we all agree, hopefully, when you go to a fast food restaurant, you feel like garbage, okay? Like there's like food that something, you can picture it in your head right now, whether it's Arby's or Wendy's or McDonald's or Chuck-A-Rama or whatever, there's something, and maybe I just listed your favorite restaurant and I apologize, I'm sorry. But there's some place that you can agree, you feel like garbage after you eat there, right? So hopefully we can all agree, food has a very direct reflection on your energy and the way you feel. There is a reason Beachbody's products cost as much as they do. And if you do any amount of research, you will understand why they cost what they do. So I invite you. That would be a very, very long call for me to talk about the value that we give and the cleanliness of Beachbody's products. But people will readily admit that they will go buy a Red Bull or a Monster when they need some energy. But for heaven forbid, Energize, right? It's a product that you have, that you sell. For whatever reason, the world just has a weird stigma around like network marketing, and this is the product that I have, but I'll go give a gas station a shiz ton of money, but I won't go give my friend a little kickback from their Energize. I don't get it. I don't understand, whatever. But the products that we have are very superior. And that is not just my opinion, that is fact, because I have done a lot of research, okay? So I invite you, do research. Look at Shakeology and look at other protein shakes that are out there. Watch the videos that Beachbody has put out there about why Shakeology is so superior and the stuff that's in it. And really, truly, if you do the math, it's 30 servings, it's $4 for one serving. Okay. How much money do you spend on a morning coffee? I personally don't drink coffee, but I know it costs at least around $4, $5, $6 sometimes. And a lot of people who do drink coffee don't just drink one coffee a day, they drink multi, right? So if you just got to flip that switch in your brain. Yes, it is an investment, but what are you investing in? Are you investing in your health, or are you investing in your sick bed?
One of my favorite quotes, a guy named Peter Voog, he wrote a book called 6 Months to Six Figures. And I think about this all the time when I make healthy choices, is health feels, or no, nothing tastes as good as health feels. And I think I've learned that over a long period of time, but it's just true. It's just the way our bodies work.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say about cost of products, and then we'll move on to the next part of the call. But a lot of people look at me, and I have had 3 kids in 3.5 years, and they're like, wow, she is so lucky. And when they look at me across family members, they're like, wow, she's the lucky one. She got the good genes. And I just want to tell you, I don't swear, but I really want to say the F word right now. F that, okay? My dad has had 3 heart attacks and 2 strokes. He's in his 50s and he lives in a nursing home, okay? My mom has struggled with the yo-yo diet of America. My older sister has struggled with being overweight forever, and she works her tail off, and she still is overweight and is constantly working every single day. She's a coach too, to get her weight down, and she's a boss. Younger sister, probably pushing 300. Youngest sister weighs more than I do. I am not freaking lucky. I invest in my health. And it's not just Shakeology. It's not just these supplements. It's the workouts. It's the nutrition. And so husbands, the best tip I can give you is truly to support your wife in this. I know it got easier for me when he started. He didn't have to do it with me, but just when he started acknowledging the little things I was doing, when he would congratulate me or whatever, or when he'd make comments about my body in a positive way, or I can tell XYZ whatever, and just giving praise, giving compliments, giving positive feedback. And truly, okay, you don't want to work out with her. That's fine. Okay, you still think Shakeology is really expensive. Okay, that's fine. But try to take a step back and really look at it from, how has she changed since this all started? And not just physically, but emotionally and mentally too. Okay. All right, we'll move on. Next up, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to do a little back office tour. Okay. So I'm not going to ask the question, because everybody always asks the question, and I know you can see it because technology works. So, okay, this is my back office. And this is actually Bryn, real Bryn. Okay. So one of Bryn's. Yes, we don't need to talk about that quite yet. So you do get to clone yourself in the future. I'll talk about that in a later part. Okay. So this is Bryn's back office. Just in case you don't know how to get here, I just went to coach.teambeachbody.com. Okay. And then it had me sign in. Okay, great. I signed in. On the left-hand side, there's this spot that says earnings. Okay. So I clicked on earnings. Okay. And now my computer's being slow, but hopefully it will catch up. I want to explain to you all the different ways that you can make money. Okay. Here is the retail commission. That's the most straightforward way that you can think of making money in a network marketing or any sort of sales job. Okay. I sold $38 worth of product. Okay. Times 0.35, right? I made 35% of that. So I made $38 in the commission that I sold this week. This is a 1 week paycheck. Okay. Subscription commission is the money that I earned because someone that I have helped in the past ordered it again. And that's another way that you can earn money, okay? This right here is where we're gonna spend the bulk of our call today, is team bonus, okay? This is what I made in 1 week from a team cycle bonus, okay? I will explain that more in a little bit, just remember those words. All right, that's another way you can make money. Matching bonus is 10% of the money that your coaches made, you make. So extra incentive to not just sign people up and then just leave them hanging, right? Like mentor your people, help them. Because when you help them make money, you make 10% off of what they make. So this is multiple people made whatever. They made $18, I made $1.8 because I helped them get signed up. I helped them make $18 essentially, right? Okay, they made $24. I made $2.4, right? They made 30, you get the point. Move 1 decimal. Yes? Fast start bonus, I didn't get anything this week. That is from helping someone sign up as a coach with a challenge pack right from the get-go, okay? You get a bonus every time you do that. Every time you help someone, okay, you're a coach and you're a customer, you get a bonus. And
Discount or builder?
Discount or builder, doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. You're helping them get started and you're helping them get started long-term because they're either a discounter for, okay, I want to save money in the future, or they're a discounter or they're a coach because I love this, I want to help other people, right? It doesn't matter, you get a bonus. And this Fast Start Plus bonus is every 5 coaches you help sign up in 5 weeks, you get a $100 bonus. And that is not limited. That is not a like one time and that's it. That's forever. So if you sign 5 coaches in 1 week and 5 coaches in the next and 5 in the next and 5 in the next, that's $400 extra you just made on top of all the other things that are happening. Just because you helped 5 coaches in a span of 5 weeks. And if it's 1 coach 1 week and 2 the next and 3 the next, oh, that was 6 coaches in 3 weeks. You're going to get a $100 bonus that 3rd week. And then 1 person rolls over for the next 5 weeks. Cool. So if I sign 10 in 1 week, I'm going to get $200 in that category. Hopefully this is making sense. And again, please, 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 if you have questions, unmute yourself, type in the chat, all the things. Okay. All right. Any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns? I can't see the chat right now since I'm sharing my screen, but y'all look like you're with me. Your faces look like you're with me. Okay, I'll move on. And again, if I'm moving too fast or speaking French, unmute yourself because I can't see the chat right now. Okay, this, my friends, is volume. Okay, this is where team cycle bonuses come from. I have been a coach for 5 years, so this number is very big. Okay, the way this math works is you're connected to me, since all of you are somewhere in my team, even if Laura is your coach or whoever's your coach, okay, you are connected somewhere to your coach, and your coach is somehow connected to me. So that's your strong leg, okay? When you look at your back office, which again, just coach.teambeachbody.com, but instead of earnings, I went to volume, okay? You will see one side is bigger than the other. This is a result of 5 years of Bryn being signed up and 5 years of not working very hard. But that's changed in 2020, and here we are working very hard, right? So that number is gonna go down very soon here, and instead it's gonna be money in my bank. Our bank, instead of just a number sitting here waiting for me. But you'll see a number that's higher in your back office. Every time your strong leg, so the one that's bigger, that's your strong leg, the one that's bigger has 200 and the one that's smaller has 100, you get a team cycle bonus. And remember from the previous spot where I was talking about earnings, that was $414 for me in a week in team cycle bonuses, okay? So every time this number is 200 and this is 100, I get one bonus. So if you do the math, this is 1100. So that means I'm going to get 11 bonuses, right? Because this is definitely at least 2,200. It's 288,000, right? So if we do the math, that is 11 bonuses. If you're an Emerald coach, that is $154 in 1 week, okay? Just from the number on this side. Because as soon as you're an Emerald coach, you get to start your bonuses. Yes, your bank starts. If you're not Emerald, or you have been Emerald before, but you dropped and you're not Emerald anymore, and Emerald means one active coach on one side, one active coach on the other side. As soon as you're Emerald, your bank starts. So everything happening saves. Even if you don't get paid for it right now, it still saves. So for example, I have a girl on my team. She's not on the call right now, but her name is Jamela, okay? She signed up with me 5 years ago, 5, okay? She's at the very, 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 very tippy top of my tree. 5 years later, she has a number just about as big as this. And when she went Emerald, she started banking it, but she fell off for a minute and she decided, I'm just going to be a discount coach. Her bank that she had built up, she stayed a coach for about a year. And her bank that she had built up was probably around like 20,000. Okay. Then she stopped coaching. She let her Emerald go. And as soon as she stopped her Emerald, her bank didn't go away. She still had 20,000 points on that side, but it didn't continue to grow. So I just said her number looks about like this. That is not accurate. Her carryover volume looks like mine, but I will show you that in a second. Her bank does not have 288,596 because she just barely came back in February. And that was just a couple months ago, right? So as soon as okay, I'm getting myself back to Emerald, her bank started again. And now she has 5 years of people in between her where she is and now here where she is at Emerald that's going to start banking again. But it was just going away. It doesn't matter that she signed up 5 years ago. It doesn't matter because she wasn't Emerald. It was just being flushed down the toilet, down the toilet, down the toilet until she was Emerald to save it and save it and save it and save it and save it. Is she going to get paid for it today? No. Unless she hustles her tail off and makes that other side match, but at least now she's saving it for the future when she does put in the work for that other side to catch up and it turns into money instead of just numbers on the screen, okay? If we do that math, 288,596 divided by 200, because that's how many points you need on your strong leg, that's 1,442 cycles, okay? I'm a diamond or above coach, so I make $18 every one cycle. Let's multiply that times $18. Y'all, that is $25,973. Just sitting there waiting for Bryn to show up, okay? At least it's there, waiting for me to show up. If I ever dropped Emerald, it would not grow. If I ever went inactive as a coach, it would wipe away completely. And the way you go inactive is you stop helping people and you stop ordering stuff, okay? So always keep yourself active. Always keep yourself Emerald so that your bank grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. Every single time this side is at least 200 and this side is at least 100, you get a bonus. And again, that's $14 as an Emerald, $16 as a Ruby. I already explained what Emerald looks like. Ruby means you have 2 coaches on each side. One of them is an Emerald. Ruby is not something you hear about a lot in the Beachbody world because Ruby is hard. Diamond, the hardest part of hitting diamond is getting your 2 people who are emeralds, because you're finding a lot of people who want the discount. You're helping people get signed up as discount coaches. It's very easy to get your 8 active coaches as a diamond. The harder part is finding someone who wants to work the business with you, helping mentor them to be emerald. And when I say hard, it's only as hard as you make it. Laura did it in like 2 months, right? So y'all can do it too. But Ruby is 2 active on one side, 2 active on the other. One of those is an emerald. So that's why Ruby is not really heard of. So probably some of you on here are like, I've never even heard that word before. I didn't even know that was a thing, right? $16, $18 as a diamond coach, which again, that means 4 are active on one side, 4 active on the other, and one of those is an emerald. Cool? So get yourself to diamond so you can maximize that $18. Is it like, I mean, $4, is that really like, it sounds so lame, like $4, right? But that compound effect, if I was, let me do that math again. If I was an emerald coach, divided by 200 equals times 14 instead of 18, that's only $20,000 instead of 26. That's $6 grand, y'all. $4 adds up real quick in the grand scheme of things, okay? And would you really just like withdraw $4 from your bank account and go outside and burn it just because it's only $4? Like, no. So take advantage of it, okay? All right, that's team cycle bonuses. Again, I'll pause for a sec. Does anybody have any questions about that before I move on? No. Okay, I'm seeing some head shakes. Okay, next up, I'm gonna go right here to my carryover volume, okay? So this is where you can quickly see at a glance how much is happening each week. So that's not what I meant to click. It's actually my team volume. You can look at that, but it's not as easy to read, I think, personally. Okay, so we're gonna go back to volume. That didn't do what I wanted it to do, but that's okay. Volume. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to my team volume instead. That's really what I meant. Okay, and on this one, you can see weekly what is happening. Okay, so the goal, especially where I'm trying to release that $26,000 sitting there waiting for me, right? I want to release it by matching it. You can see I'm not really doing it, but I'm working on it, right? I'm working on it. And if I went back and showed you what it used to look like, it's getting better. So I want to match it at least 2 to 1, because that at least means that, okay, this was 200 and this was 100. I at least matched it and cycled off of it instead of just the bank growing and growing and growing and oh my gosh, it feels so far out of reach, right? So that is my goal each and every week, is to match the work. Oops, that's not what, I did not mean to click on that. To match the work that I'm doing on that side. Okay, so I would get familiar with your back office. I would get familiar with those numbers. I would get familiar with, okay, the strong leg that I'm attached to, and it might be left for you. If you're on my left side, that's your strong side. If you're on my right side, your right side is strong, right? Whatever. Get familiar with what's happening every week on your strong leg and then do your best to match it. At least 2 to 1, so that your efforts are being matched by. Why'd you make everybody go away?
They're just so you can see the whole thing.
But I like to see them.
Don't you want to see the whole thing?
They can see the whole thing. Oh. Sorry, technology difficulties. It's fine. So that you're matching the efforts and you're maximizing on those team cycle bonuses. Cool. So 2 to 1, 2 to 1, 200 on one side, 100 on the other. And the cool thing is it rolls over. So if you ever like 130 and then 260, that 60 extra on one side and that 30 extra on the other, it rolls up to the next week. And then it just keeps compounding. It never goes away. Never goes away. As long as you stay emerald, you stay active, it will keep growing. Cool. Okay. Any questions before we move away from volume and on to something else? Okay, perfect. And if you think of something later, unmute yourself, chat, whatever. Okay. All right.
One little plug.
Yeah.
I would say, at least from a husband's perspective, all this seems super complicated. It might seem complicated initially. And I still don't get all the pieces of it, but I think we make it out to be more complicated than it is. Like she said, just take the time to understand it. And it's powerful to go back and like to see all that's taking place and all the control that you have over it, right? Understand your business and how it functions and how you make money just helps you that much more in actually growing your business rather than just posting on social media and signing up coaches, you know, like it needs to be intentional for you to grow it the right way.
Yeah. And I'll say that is one of the things that I know has helped me from the get-go. They say that like a 1-star diamond should be making about $1,000 a week or a month. A 2-star should be making about $2,000. A 3-star should be making about $3,000. And that's like the average, whatever, like expectation of a Beachbody coach. My older sister, who's also a coach, she figured this out. Thank you, YouTube. So just a little plug for YouTube. If there's something that you're not really understanding or you want to learn more about, go look it up on YouTube. Okay. There's like so many resources for you. And just like become a YouTube compensation plan junkie. Literally just type in Beachbody compensation plan and you can find so many resources and so many videos and all the questions can be answered. She became a compensation plan junkie. She's my coach. She's my older sister. She taught me. And I'm a 1-star coach right now, technically. I have mentored 3 people to be diamond, but we don't need to talk about why I'm only a 1-star. But I made $4,000 last month. Screw what's normal. Pardon my French. I don't want to be a 1-star who makes $1,000. I want to be a 1-star who makes $4,000. Okay. Because I understand this compensation plan and I try to get all the things in all the places as much as I can. Okay. So I want to help you as well, because I know that a little extra income can bless your family, can bless, I know for us, like when there's financial stress, we fight. It's bad. It's not good, right? So if financial stability and financial freedom can mean that this is happier, I'll work my ASS off at this because I believe in this and I want to bless my family, right? Okay, random aside there. Okay, next thing I want to chat about, because I really do want to keep this to only an hour. Everything in the Beachbody world is a tax write-off. And for all of my tax junkies out there, you're probably like, your first thought is, no, it's not, because consumables are not tax write-offs. Guess what? Shakeology is a tax write-off because you have to have a 90 PV. I just spoke French. You have to order something that is equivalent to 90 volume points every single month in order to qualify for Success Club. You have to. Even if you helped 3 people, even if you're Emerald, cool. I don't care, whatever. You had to have ordered something that was also worth at least 90 points on home direct, meaning it's on auto ship, it's coming all the time, because Beachbody doesn't want to give people to people who are not regularly using stuff, because that means you're just a weird salesy person who's not actually using stuff and trying to help people with stuff you don't use, right? So you have to have an order of 90 PV, 90 personal volume points on home direct to hit Success Club. Therefore, it is a tax write-off because it's required for you to be able to hit Success Club, which is a Beachbody measurement of success. Okay. So for me, all the extra stuff, I love Hydrate. I love collagen. I love beach bars. I love Performance Line, all the things. It's a tax write-off under me. It's a tax write-off under my spouse. All the extra stuff, unfortunately, is not a tax write-off because it is a consumable. But if you really want to fight it, you could still write it off because you're promoting your product and you're buying it for yourself, okay? And that's another little plug of the cost of products thing. You're literally saving money as a coach, even if you just wanted to do this to get healthier for you. So if you're struggling with that cost, just know that even with that $15.95 fee, you're still paying $20 less just to get healthy. And you just have the opportunity to also help other people and make a little bit of kickback for helping other people. Cool? So literally your phone bill is a tax write-off if you're using your phone to work your business. Your internet is a tax write-off because you need internet to work your business. A new computer, oh, that's a tax write-off. You need some new Nikes because yours are getting a little hammered, that's a tax write-off. I want some cute workout clothes, that's a tax write-off. We're going swimming on Friday and I gotta pay to get into the pool. That's a tax write-off because it's a community building thing, it's something for work. We're going to lunch after, that's a tax write-off. All of it is a tax write-off, okay? Because you are a business builder and you are growing your business and all the things are write-offable. You will get a 1095? Yeah. 1095 if you make over 600. I got tricked. 1099. The struggle is real. If you make over $600 as a coach in the year. So that is definitely my goal, to help all y'all make at least $600 this year so that you get a 1099. Okay. But just know, if you're like, wait, I didn't get one last year, or what? If you didn't make $600 in a calendar year, that's why you didn't get one. Okay. Because you don't need to claim it if you didn't make at least $600. And then if you did, you can write it all off. And it's so great to be able to write it all off and even workout clothes, okay? Because I love new workout clothes. Yeah? Okay. All right. Moving on to the next part. My girl Steph was like, all right, teach me about ranks and Beachbody and all the things. I'm going to share my screen again because if you're anything like me, you're a visual person. And so you want to see it, not just hear it. Okay? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Move it. Okay, where did it go? Literally, Google is my best friend. Beachbody, Star Diamond bonus, perfect. I just looked it up, so that's why it was right there. Okay, right here. Again, I have to insert the disclaimer. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. You have to work hard and not be whatever, okay, to make money. Okay, great. Now that that disclaimer is done. The average 2-star quarterly bonus, ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to highlight it. That didn't work. The average 2-star quarterly bonus is around $1,000. And just in case you don't know the definition of quarterly, that's every 3 months, okay? Every 3 months, you get $1,000 if you are a paid 2-star, okay? I personally am a lifetime 2-star. That means once upon a time in a magical land of 2019, me and one other person on my left side, so Blake was my diamond on my right. My girl Megan was my diamond on my left. We did it. We held for 6 weeks. We're 2-star. Oh my gosh, so great. Okay, I got about $1,000 in that quarterly bonus. The next couple weeks went by and we dropped. We weren't diamond at the same time. We didn't hold for 6 weeks. I have never gotten that 2-star bonus again. That's not to say it won't happen in the future. It will, but it's not a lifetime reward. You have to maintain that status, okay, by continuing to build up the people that are working with you. Then, all right, great. I'm a 2-star coach. I want to earn the 5-star bonus. The average 5-star bonus is around $3,500 to $4,500. But you also get, it's really like 25 to 35, but you get that 25 to 35 plus the 2-star because you're 2-star and you're 5-star, right? So that's why it equals about $3,500 to $4,500.
And one little plug again, if you're wondering about that word average, right? It says every quarter, Beachbody takes out 2% of all bonus cycles earned and distributes them amongst all qualifying 2 diamonds and above. So
2-star.
it's not like one coach makes $5,000 in the bonus, and one coach you could potentially get like $10 in the bonus. That's not average, right? They take all the qualifying and they put it in a pot. There's a pot, and then they distribute that
Equally.
money evenly. So,
but I also love that it's not just a random pot. It's 2% of all bonus cycles earned. So if you like understand what I just talked about with the team cycle bonuses, it's essentially the work that the Beachbody coaches did, you get rewarded for. So if we hustle as a Beachbody coach community, the 2% is way bigger because we all hustled together as a community. And I really think that's one of the reasons that Beachbody does have such a special community, is that it does implement little things like that. That like, okay, the whole work that all y'all do is going into a pot, and then everybody gets an equal part. And it's not just like, Beachbody's gonna keep this much and you only get this much, always, forever, right? It's like, no, you hustle, you get 2% of it, and then we're gonna split it up. Cool? I love that. Average 10-star quarterly bonus is around $10,000 to $15,000. Again, this is quarterly, every 3 months. You wrapping your brain around that? Because I still haven't. The average 15-star quarterly bonus is around $30,000 to $50,000 every 3 months. Every 3 months, okay? And there's a girl on our team who is my great grandma. Her name is Micah freaking Folsom. She's the shiz. She is a 3-time 15-star. So essentially she's a 45-star, okay? She got that bonus 3 times this last time. 3 times. She makes $1.5 million on average a year. She has mentored me, and now I am mentoring you. She knows her shiz, okay?
And let me put this in too. It's not just because she signed up eons ago and she's at the top of the food chain. Like, that's not it at all. She continues to mentor diamonds day in and day out. Thus, she's at where she's at.
Mm-hmm.
She can't just sit up there and collect the dollar bills, right? That's not how it works at all.
Yeah, like I said with the example of Jamela, right? Like, she's been signed up for 5 years, so what? Like, because she didn't put in the work, like she wasn't Emerald, she wasn't banking it, right? And now she's back. She is, right? But she, yeah, exactly like he said. And she is the first person in Beachbody history to have achieved 15-star across 3 accounts and be a paid 15-star across all 3 accounts. Like I just said with my own personal example, I'm a lifetime 2-star, but I'm not a paid 2-star because I still got to help mentor my one person on that other side to help get us back to 2-star and above, right? She has achieved it in 3 different places and she's maintained it, okay? She's amazing, and I want to be like her one day. Seriously, goals. Okay, yes. Hopefully that was all I wanted to say about that.
Any questions about that?
No. Okay. One thing I will talk about real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. I early on made a Beachbody checking account that was specific to me because I wanted to know exactly how much was going out versus in. And it was my goal, like I said, to cover the cost of my product. And I wanted to make sure I never had to pull from our checking account to cover my costs. So I set up an account, and every single dollar that went in was also the dollars that went out to cover my cost. And as that grew, I was like, okay, I want more. I want collagen. I want hydrate. I want all the things, right? And it's turned into okay, Brittany, you need to calm down. Don't order so freaking much. but I have always, from the beginning, covered the cost of my own product without needing to pull money from our money to get the things that I love, right? But with that said, I would really encourage you and challenge you. I was talking with one of my diamond coaches, Megan, and I asked her, girlfriend, how much did you make last year? And she's like, I don't know. I don't know. I know how much I spent, but I don't know how much I made. I really want to challenge you, no matter where you're at on this journey, whether you started yesterday or whether you started 3 years ago, start tracking your expenses. Know how much goes out. See that $15.95 coach fee come out. See that Shakeology come out. See that whatever, all the things that you want to try, see them come out and see how much you're bringing in. And really, I've started just actually within the last 2 weeks telling him, this is how much I'm going to make next week. And then when I get paid, telling him exactly where I put it. This is going towards the NBF drawing that I just did for $100. This is going towards a book for a girl who won a drawing. This is going towards our grocery bill. This is going toward our car payment. This is going towards whatever. And I told him exactly, like in a text, the breakdown of I made this amount of money. This is how I spent it. Okay, great. Now we're on the same page and we can move on with our lives, right? Or I contributed this amount of money to savings, or this amount of money to tithes, or this amount of money to our checking account to spend however we want, right? So I really want to encourage you to, one, set up an account so that you can be more proactive about it. And that makes it a lot more easy come tax time to literally just print out your statement and highlight. You don't have to go through all your bank statements and try to find the purchases for all the tax write-offs that I talked about before. Literally make it a goal that the money that you make as a coach, that's going to be what's on your EFT management, that card, and you're going to use that card to pay for all of the things. When we go swimming on Friday, you're going to use your Beachbody card to pay for it. And you're going to use your card to pay for your Shakeology next month. And you're going to use your card to pay your coach fee. And you're going to use your card to pay for some extra collagen because you really want to try it or whatever, right? And then, yeah, tax time, accountability, talking through it, seeing your progress, and honestly it's like your health journey, right? Like you can't make progress if you don't know where you are. The first step to any journey on maps and all the things, you can't find where you're going and get the directions from Siri or Google Maps or whatever you use unless you know where you are. If you don't know where you are, you can't figure out where to go. And that's a really easy way to start knowing where you're at. Know where you're at so that you're not a one-star who's making $1,000. You're a one-star who's making $4,000. Okay, and I want to help you do that. Cool. Okay, any questions before we close off? I see one chat real quick.
No.
Jordan, let me read it because people on the recording won't be able to read that. Jordan asked, is it a business bank account that you have set up for Beachbody? It's just a straight up checking account. So.
And you don't need to get a business bank account because you have to have a business license to get that until it doesn't make sense tax wise until you're bringing in X amount of dollars.
Yeah. So cross that bridge when you get there type thing. I haven't even crossed that bridge. So yeah, it's literally just a checking account. Cool.
And back to plug in with that, about just like being accountable with your spouse about that stuff. Like again, I don't see all the stuff on Instagram and social media. And so when I would hear, oh, I made, $2,000 this month, right? In the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, whatever. But how much of that actually came to our family, right? And so since Brynn has done that, being accountable to me and to herself of identifying, this X amount of dollars, I brought in X amount of dollars and this went here. and this went there, that's helped me out a lot more. I mean, I've tried to be supportive, and believing in her from the very beginning. But that one aspect always kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. And since then, it's just been, there's implicit trust, right, in how she's handling her business, and I don't know, it speaks volume to me as her husband to, she's making this work, and this is how she's using her money. So, and I mean, that's to say nothing to all the changes that have happened in our family in the last 5 years. I mean, I'm working out now. Our vision for our life has expanded beyond anything, I would have imagined initially, and Beachbody, it's so much more than just working out and supplements, right? It's the community, it's the growth that I see in her and in me because of that. So it's huge. It's so much more than just money. It's changing us, and it's changing you guys and the people you affect. So anyway.
Amen. And I just want you to know that exactly like he said, there has been, I don't want to like get all cryy and whatever, so I'll keep myself in check, but there has been so many times, like I said, I've been a coach for 5 years, and there's been a lot of ups and a lot of downs and a lot of things that have tried to tear me down. And it's not just like someone saying no to joining my challenge group, like just life. And this was the one thing that I knew I could put my hat back on. And this part of my life sucks right now. But this, especially as a woman, this is something I can control. I can control how hard I work. I can control how often I show up. I can control how many invites I do or do not send. I can control whether or not I get my butt out of bed in the morning. I can control whether or not I push play on a workout. I can control whether or not I eat healthy today. I can control whether or not I drink Shakeology. I can control the amount of conversations I have. And there were so many times where there are so many things, hello 2020, that I cannot control. But you have control over this business. And it's just like the disclaimer says, like, no amount of success is guaranteed. But if you're willing to work hard, if you're willing to show up on the days that you don't feel like it, and really that starts, I don't know if you can see it behind us, but that starts with your vision. That's our vision board right there. And that's a big TV. That's a 54-inch TV. That's a big old vision board. Okay. That is what we look at every single day when we work out on that TV. And it is our vision. And we talk about dreams and goals every day. And we're constantly adding to it. And he's started doing affirmations with me. He was listening to personal development before I was, but I thought it was weird. He tried to get me to do it, and I was like, no, I'm fine. You're the weird one. But now I love it, and you guys know I love it. So anyways, the things that have happened here and here and here, it's so much more than workouts and shakes, exactly like Blake said. So I love you. I believe in you. And I am so excited to see you understand this, wrap your brain around it, change your life, change your family's lives. And please know that I am always here to answer your questions, and husbands too. I love this stuff. I could talk about it all day long. So if you ever want me to specifically okay, look at my stuff, my numbers, talk to me, I would love that. Okay. I'm an open book. he is an open book. We would love to chat and love to help you. So thanks, my beautiful friends. And you're welcome, Sarah. You are amazing too, my friend. So mwah, I love you, my friends, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay?
See y'all.
Bye.
Peace out.